They can't even
Well,
hear
it's
me.
on
Oh,
now. It's on. Yeah.
it's on, but they can't hear me.
Oh, let's go unplug this to try everything.
Mm.
All right, what's my bad?
Oh, they're saying they can hear me though, but that's not from the right microphone, whatever it is they're hearing me from. So you guys, we didn't test this before doing anything, and that was our problem. I know, but this is why I should have done StreamYard, because look, it's not letting me see where my, I don't think it's doing through this microphone. No, that's just weird modest miss. I know, that's what I'm saying.
Edit?
I know. Okay, how bad is the audio? Does it sound like it's from? Do I sound better closer?
No, it's coming from the.
I know. This is what's happening, guys. Zach told me I should try to go live on YouTube and not StreamYard. And I said, okay. And this is what's happening because it's not StreamYard. But everyone's saying it's loud and clear. So, you know.
Maybe it is.
I know you read Heir to the Empire and weren't the biggest fan. That's not true. Have I read Heir to the Empire?
I don't think so.
No, are you confusing me with Leanna? Because people confuse us all the time. Let's see. Sounds like a phone mic. Yeah, it's going to be echoey because the room is empty. So I don't think that's going to ever matter. Only Taylor Swift vinyl album variants. Kyle, I don't even buy her physical stuff. Is that crazy? Does that make me a fake fan? I only own her stuff digitally. Quorum of Matt's and Kyle's present. That's probably true. Okay, well, hey, everybody. Look, we've got shelves.
Yay!
And they're empty, and we're going to fill them. I actually was thinking the first thing, we're not going to mount it right now, but this has got to be like the centerpiece. Right?
Oh, yeah.
And we'll mount it at some point. Martin or Sanderson, why not both?
Mom?
Are these IKEA? No, they are not IKEA. I wish they were IKEA price tag. Actually, we...
They are a business expense.
That's what he likes to say. No, we actually had a contractor and a designer even. We could go show the top. I feel like we should like
Give a little
preview of the top.
We'll just have everything. All right, here we go.
We're gonna, oh yeah, so we got cabinets. I want to show up though. That's
all the way
best
across
part.
the room.
And then we got some arches. Aren't those so cool? Pretty stoked about it. We are gonna center the shields. We actually have a whole mounting kit. That's how it was mounted previously. So it'll be centered up there, but that's gonna take a long time because it's really scary to drill into brand new bookshelves. So it's gonna have to be like, we're gonna have to measure 4 times, drill once. Did I watch The Acolyte? You know what? I did not watch The Acolyte. Let me tell you. Actually, Zach just watched an episode over lunch.
20 minutes.
20 minutes. Here's the thing. The first article I saw about The Acolyte was like, people are mad there's diversity. And I was like, here's the thing. I haven't heard anything about it. And you're already trying to get ahead of that. Makes me think that maybe your show isn't good. Because usually when we have to focus on that stuff, it's like, that's going to sound bad. I hope you guys know what I mean. I was just like, all the news I'm hearing about it is automatically defensive before the show comes out. So I'm not going to watch it unless someone tells me to. And
yes, not news that there is diversity.
It's
Yeah.
and not news from people who are mad that there's diversity.
No.
It's news from the production company
Yes.
defending the diversity.
Yes. That's thank
usually
you.
a bad sign.
Thank you. Yes, that was the thing. Anyway, and I haven't heard any good things, so I feel like I made the proper choice. I'm just gonna wait for Andor season 2. However, the first 20 minutes. Okay, we gotta put books up. I can't get this distracted.
Wait, what?
Here's what I'm thinking. I think one of these should be that somehow,
Mom?
right? What do you think?
Yeah,
Silver one
Those
or
are
the
the
gold
prettiest
one?
books.
Mom?
Yeah, we're gonna look at that. Can you believe this? In 2024, I'm putting Game of Thrones front and center. That might not stay that way, but I feel like that looks good.
Is this gonna be the Sanderson shelf?
That's gonna be the Sanderson shelf. What do we
Start-
think?
Start loading stuff in there.
Start with the leather bounds. We'll start middle out. Because I was also thinking maybe the secret projects could be over here. Got Martin and Sanderson, you know?
Mom?
What have I missed? Rings of Power, my joke too. I don't know what that means, but I agree. Rings of Power is bad. I'm not watching number 2.
Ooh, I wonder if this is gonna fit.
Are you guys filming it in
Well,
We're gonna film in the whole shelf, yeah.
How many do we
I'm gonna take these out. 'Cause they don't fit with it in there.
Oh, they don't fit with it in there? We measured our books and it looks like we did not measure enough. Is the layout pre-planned? Great question. No, this is vibes only. We're not doing it alphabetically. Here's why. Because if you do it alphabetically, then Sanderson has to be over at the edge. Abercrombie has to be over there. It's like I want to make this part look the best. So we're gonna do it by author. Like each shelf will have authors or whatever. Books will be together, but it just can't like functionally be alphabetically because I do really like aesthetics. So it has to kind of be both. Let's see. Fighting well choreographed. Don't care about fighting. That's the problem. When will I start reading One Piece? I've already started reading One Piece. Apparently, don't follow me on Instagram. I've read the first 6 volumes, 6 or 9. I'm actually gonna read another one. The height difference. Kyle, what are you saying about the height difference? I don't understand. I am what I am. Gentlemen Bastards. I know, I haven't read it yet. Is that crazy? Zach loves that book. You've had me trying to get me to read that for like 8 years. Liza Wacklemore, maybe this year. Ooh, someone thinks you're hot. This is my husband. He is hot. I agree. Let's see. Thanks for getting me to read A Song of Ice and Fire. I'm so glad you like it. This is such a wild timeline for me that I'm convincing people to read that. Where do Zach's books fit in? That's a great question. We're going to have a shelf just for you. That's the plan. Do you want to do those up here with Tress? Or is it weird because one's so red?
I mean, I feel like this is cool and have Sanderson there, and we have enough pretty books that we can fill those ones.
Okay.
Put Tress over here.
Let's see. Will you finally play Elden Ring? You know, maybe. I have to finish Tears of the Kingdom first, as lore Kyle knows.
You tell them we gotta.
We did finally buy a PS5. We've been resisting, and Zach's playing the second Aloy game. What game is that?
Horizon.
Horizon.
West.
Forging West.
Forbidden West.
Forbidden West, whatever. I've been watching him play that, but I'm still not done with Tears of the Kingdom. I like this. I'm just responding and forcing you to do all this.
Yep.
I'm not done with Tears of the Kingdom yet, but I'm really close. I have like 5 shrines left. I've just been playing that obsessively. Oh, thanks, Taylor.
Do we only have 2 of these?
Salts on brand. Yeah, of course, because he hasn't done the other ones yet.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mom?
I've never read LOTR, but they're on the TBR. The movies or books better? Oh, a lot of people think the movies are better. I think the books are better, but they're really close, really close. If you like the movies, I think you'll like the books. How much you plan the shelving in advance? I didn't. We're just doing a lot. Let's see. Oh, how are you liking Horizon Zero Dawn? You take a turn. I can do some.
Oh, I played the first one and I loved it, and the second one's great. Yep. We also got like a big projector in our playroom, and so with like the 4K, it just looks so good. That game is so beautiful. I just love like roaming around and exploring and stuff. It's awesome.
Yeah, Yeah, it looks really good. I actually wanted a PS5 because I'm really excited to play the new Dragon Age. But then we watched the trailer and the graphics looked really bad on the new Dragon Age.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
Veilguard?
yeah, I'm nervous about that. I really loved Inquisition a lot. Okay, so here's the thing though, we have to leave a space. How big do we think Winds and Truth is gonna be? We're gonna have to have more than one Sanderson shelf. It's not all gonna fit. Cause look, we got Mistborn over there. George R. R. Martin's blog post from today is making the fan crazy about Winds potentially coming out soon. I know this because Kyle, Read By, keeps me updated on all of George Martin's blog thing. And I also told Jimmy of Fantasy Network today, like, it hasn't been long enough, so I'm not jaded enough. So I'm just full excited. I'm convinced it's coming out because I haven't had 20 years to be disappointed by George. So for me, this is like, I'm manifesting 2025 release date. That's in my head, that's what's happening. There's too many signs, I think. We're just gonna have to do a second Sanderson shelf, right? Here, I'll give you these. Guilty reads after the stream. No, I let you guys know exactly what I'm reading. How many Robin Hobb books have I read? That's a great question. I've read 3. I've read the first trilogy, and Jake Bishop from the channel of the same name has been trying to get me to read Live Ship Traders forever. In fact, he sent it to me and I still haven't read it. But now that Robin Hobb is going to Dragonsteel and I'm going to Dragonsteel, I feel like I really have to try to get through that trilogy before December. So we'll see. We'll see. No promises. Have I played Assassin's Creed? No, Zach's played those. But here's the thing. I get really stressed out in video games and I feel like Assassin's Creed would be way too stressful for me. You liked Assassin's Creed. You played several of those.
Uh-huh.
He says yes, they're good. Winds of Winter's 1000 coming out. I agree, Alchemist. I'm a sweet summer child, proud of it. I also think A Dream of Spring is coming out because once again, I can just be as delusional as I want. No. A-Cook. See, this is, I got a record A-Cook. Can I like highlight these? No, I don't even know. See, this is why I should have done things. Okay. A-Cook is saying that at the start of the series, I said Winds will never come out, so I don't care. That is not what I said. That is a misquote. And a couple people have been saying this. If you go back, what I said was before I started A Game of Thrones, I said I had to make peace that the series may never be finished. That is different because everyone was saying don't start it because the series will never be finished, but I was making peace with that. Like, did it matter to me? And the answer was no, it doesn't matter to me. Does that mean I don't want it? No. Does that mean I hope it comes out? Obviously. It just means I will not have regret reading Song of Ice and Fire. That's different. It's different. My kids are asking me questions. Hold on. I told them they could talk, but they can't come on screen. What's up?
Can you go watch that game?
No. Go play outside. It's nice.
I don't want to play.
Have to say Dragon's Age trailer was awful, but the gameplay trailer totally alleviated my doubts. Oh, I'll have to go look up the gameplay trailer because I did love Inquisition, so I'm probably going to play it no matter what, even if it's bad graphics. Okay, I was thinking 2 of these should be Harry Potter shelves, right? Those seem to make the most sense. Oh, someone has our Way of Kings. Where are we putting Way of Kings and Words of Radiance? We're not.
We have Words of Radiance?
Yeah, that one's signed. It must be out there somewhere.
Yeah, it's a pretty full shelf.
Hey, can you guys go find Words of Radiance? It's a paperback this big.
Shelf
Out
actually
on that table over there.
Words of Radiance.
That shelf does look really good, but you didn't leave room, like I said, for Winds and
I'm
Truth.
not going to leave a gap.
Winds and Truth is coming out
We
for
will-
sure.
When it comes out, it will be entered in.
What are we doing up there?
They can't even see up there.
Oh, you can't see. Okay, we'll do that later. I was thinking Harry Potter on these 2 shelves down there, starting with my nice ones in the back, maybe. Or we could do an Abercrombie shelf pretty easily. Or Wheel of Time. Where are we doing Wheel of Time? Those aren't pretty though.
One of these is going to be my fancy indie shelf.
One of those? Okay, why don't we do 2 Harry Potters over here, or do I need 3 Harry Potter shelves? We should start there. I always liked Mass Effect more. George gave it to the showrunners. It was rubbish. No. I'm a firm believer that George did not tell the showrunners the ending. Besides, see, this is, again, I get to be so delusional as a new fan. the way George does stuff matters. So even if the ending is similar to the show ending, he would do it better. But also I haven't watched the show, so I don't really care. Let's see. See you at Dragonsteel. Yes, I'm going to be at Dragonsteel. I'm super excited to go again. I think it's going to be crazy this year. Last year was a lot smaller. I'm really sad a bunch of people didn't get tickets. Am I concerned about book mold? Is it a thing? I keep seeing this stuff about book mold, and I haven't ever been concerned, and I live in a pretty wet place, and I have books from my childhood. Like, I grew up in Portland, now we're in Seattle, and none of them have mold, so I'm not worried. I heard book spiders were a thing. That does worry me. Ooh, that looks good.
I love those books.
Yeah, that looks good. We got some Jade Legacy up there. Did you find it? No. Yeah. I have no idea. That's the problem. We have a Words. Did you give it to our friend?
What?
Words of Radiance?
No, it's in Way of Peace.
It's in Way of Peace. Where does Words of Radiance go? That's a good question. I don't know. Okay. Any other big series on your TBR after A Song of Ice and Fire? What's not on my TBR is the question. I don't know. Does live ship count? That seems big. One Piece, I guess. That's kind of fast, though. I'm only going to read the first 12 volumes to start, just because that's what the show covered. I like, come fill my bookshelves with me. Yeah, are you mocking me because I'm not filling my bookshelves? I'm making Zach fill my bookshelves. So true. Book spiders are for sure a thing. Sheila, Aragog, Charlotte. Okay, it's true. True. I'm okay with those. Wait, you're a native Oregonian. Okay, depends what you mean by native, because I was born in California, lived there for 2 years, then moved to the Portland area and lived there for the rest of my childhood until I moved for college. So I do consider myself a native Oregonian. I haven't used physical books since early 2000. I cannot relate. I hate reading digital books. Chronicles of Narnia fan. Yeah, I read them all when I was a kid and really enjoyed them. Haven't read them since. That's not true. You read Blind Witch and Wardrobe to our son, and I heard some of it. So I guess I kind of reread that one recently. Will you watch Dunk and Egg since the book material is lighter in tone? Potentially, actually. I think I'm going to have like Leanna and Kyle pre-watch Dunk and Egg and then tell me if they think I can handle it. I hope I can, because I do really want to watch that. I kind of just let spiders live in my house. No, can't relate. Will I read Fire and Blood now? Yes. Here's the thing. Fire and Blood I was going to start it right after finishing Game of Thrones for the second time, but I have this TBR swap with Leanna from Leanna's library, and she just sent me my books, and they're huge. So I really think I need to get started on those because I have to finish them in July, and then I'll start Fire and Blood. I might just like read a chapter here and there. Thing is, I also need to reread not Words of Radiance. What do I need to reread? Rhythm of War soon. So there's the other thing. I don't know. I think I'm gonna do Harry Potter down here. I feel like I have to help.
Mom.
I have to. And then we could maybe put the yeah.
You find Words of Radiance?
I didn't find Words of Radiance. I'm sure it's somewhere. What am I thinking that? I don't. Or these ones are really pretty too, though. Do we put those up here?
No.
Good.
Then I can't wait to.
That does give a pretty good impression of your taste.
It's my taste. Though no Ken Liu. Lillian's saying no.
Well, not yet.
Not yet. We put those there. Because my daughter is saying she doesn't want these up here because she likes to look through them. So maybe we do put those down there and I just make those the one underneath. I'll look at that. We bought the midnight editions from, was that Broken Binding? We bought the midnight editions of the Dandelion Dynasty from Broken Binding. So maybe we'll leave that square for my friend Ken. No, Harry Potter should be front and center. I know. Like, here's the thing. I already need 3 Harry Potter shelves because I collect so many editions. So it'll be down there. It'll be down there. Have I read or listened to the Dresden Files? If Jake Bishop is a friend of yours, he has probably tried to convince you already. Lou Fro, you clearly are new here and do not know the Dresden Files lore vis-a-vis me. I got really hated on for giving the first Dresden book 3 stars. That's channel lore right there. I might start again. Jake has done a really good job of trying to convince me to give it another chance. But I gave it 3 stars. It wasn't like, I give everything 3 stars. It wasn't even that big of a deal. The illustrator for the Harry Potter stepped away from the project. I didn't hear that, Brian. Oh, I hate that. Is that why book 5 was done by 2 artists? Hopefully the other artist will stick on. That's really depressing.
You want to do like one of these Joe Abercrombie, one of them Wheel of Time?
Yeah, up or low?
Just like one of these levels, I think.
I think Abercrombie.
I would do them both. And then one or two.
Well, up there we probably want books that are all the same size. So like we could do like, see my Ken Liu isn't all the same size. That's okay, honey. We'll find it later. It's in the stack somewhere.
Okay.
That's the things you kind of want all that to be one. We could do a Neil Gaiman and Terry Pratchett shelf somewhere. I don't know what we want up there. Actually, what I want up there, you can't see. So there's another long shelf like this one right out of screen. And we both agree that what would look best there is that really, really, really expensive Wheel of Time set. But I don't want to buy it. So maybe we'll just put my mass markets. I don't know what to do. Put the Joe Abercrombie somewhere because they're all
with
the same.
With the short ones.
Yeah. Put right there maybe, or right here near where the Game of Thrones is. Let's see. Favorite HP books. Book number 3. There is no other correct answer. Book 5 is a follow-up. Let's see.
Mom?
Game and shelf. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna be able to fill all the shelf, and I do own all of his books, so it's all I can do. What do you need?
The bookshelf looks good.
You think the bookshelf looks good?
Yeah.
Thanks for the support. That's my 5-year-old telling me she thinks we're doing a good job. What's the story about the Captain America shield? Do you want to share that story, Zach? That's your story.
It always feels like there should be more of a story. But in reality, we moved into this house and there was a big square opening in the bookshelf. And I was like, we gotta get something cool, put right in there. Especially like because she had just started her channel recently. And one day I thought, wow, the Captain America shield would like be really bright and vibrant in the background. That would be cool. That's literally that's all it is. Like,
That's it.
we're not like we both like Captain America. We're not like huge Marvel fans. It was just, hey, that would look cool in the background.
That was literally it.
And apparently it did, because it's
It worked.
iconic.
I feel like it was memorable. I feel like
Yeah.
maybe because when we moved, how long have I had my channel? Like 2 months, 3 months?
Barely at all. Yeah.
Barely at all. And I feel like maybe that helped make me memorable in the beginning. I don't know. I don't have proof of that, but feels like it might have helped. Ooh, do you know where my Weasley twin pictures is? Can you go find me my Weasley twin picture from over there? See if that fits.
I'll get it.
Oh, and my chocolate frog and the jelly beans. All Harry Potter stuff. At what point, when you started reading Game of Thrones Book 1, did you sit up a little straighter and realize what you were reading wasn't going to be a standard story? I don't know.
Am I a bad husband that I don't know the order of these books?
You are, because I've been begging Zach to read them. It goes Game, Clash, Storm. You got it. Feast, Dance. What did I know? There's a funny thing where, like, I started reading a Game of Thrones. Okay, it's gonna take a second. So I started reading a Game of Thrones to surprise read by Kyle for his birthday because he lives in Canada and it's really obnoxious to send gifts to people in a different country. So I thought, well, I'll make this the gift. I'll read it. So I started reading it digitally because I was just like, whatever, I'm probably not gonna like it this much. and you can like see the timestamps of when I'm reading it, and it's like slow, and then all of a sudden I hit this point, and it's like I read 100 pages in a day, and then I bought it because I was like, oh, this is good. And so I bought the physical version and then finished it really quick. And so I don't know, I don't think it was like a conscious moment. It was just like so different than what I had thought in my head what it was going to be. I don't know if there's a specific thing to say other than doing it. Oh, my butterbeer, thank you. It's very dusty. A bust of George R.R. Martin, can you imagine? I'll put a bust, oh no, they just got a paint on it. Thank you. A bust of George R.R. Martin there if A Dream of Spring is released. I said it here first. He's not arguing, so that means it's accepted.
Do you know what the twin Weasley?
Have I read Dune? Yes. Do I know where what is?
The twin Weasley.
No, that's okay. If Weasley twins are lost, we'll get them later.
I was fine.
It's probably this thing. Sure. Have I read Dune? Yeah, I did. I read the first Dune. Oh, that actually looks pretty good. It's hurting me though that this is with the Joe Abercrombie pile. I hate that. So is this. No, you can't do that.
Yeah, I can't fit them all in.
Okay, we'll have to fix that. I can't have mixed authors. But it looks good. Like those books look good. And we'll probably push them back so we can put some plants.
I can put this in the middle, in between.
We'll worry about it later. Keep it there. It's good. We need books on the shelf. Here's the thing. I'm trying to get books on the shelf, and then we can reevaluate later. I was answering a question. I can't remember. Dune. I read the first Dune years ago, way before I had a channel. It was fine. I did not feel the need to go on. It was good. I totally understand why it's like so important to the sci-fi genre. Did I feel like over the moon about it? I didn't. I hate to tell you guys. So I haven't said it online. Ice and Fire will never be finished. Look, it won't be if you have that attitude.
Here you go.
Oh, you found it. Thanks. Child labor. Let's see if I can fit this in the shelf. Oh, I can. So maybe I'll fit that down here. Back there. Oh, that's a good spot for wheel of time.
What they
And then maybe, well, the Dream of Spring is just a dream again, but with that attitude, sure. Any 50K subscriber plans? Nope. I'm waiting till 100. Tell your friends. I have faith. Good. That's what I like to hear. I'll have George tattooed on my face when Dreams is released. Why couldn't? Okay, here's the thing. Could you make a video about Dune? No, because I read it in 2016. I'd have to reread it. Is Sir Terry up there? Not yet, but we obviously have a lot of Sir Terry. Bo Kelly's here. Bo is the one who gifted us those because we hadn't read it when that was sold. What was that? A fairy crate? No, Illumina crate. Illumina crate. And then we read the series. Well, Zach didn't read the series. I read the series and loved it.
I read the first book and convinced you to read it, and then you finished it.
Zach read Jade City, convinced me to read it, and then I read the series, and he still hasn't gone on, even though he loved it. I think we should put those up at the top because our DM board. Okay, here's another devastating thing, guys, because this is like our DM board. We measured wrong, and it's like a centimeter too tall for the regular shelves. Yep. So I think we're gonna have to put it up in one of the archways. Yeah, so maybe we do that later. Anyway, we were pretty devastated because we love how those look. And Bo had an extra one and sent it to us, which was like so ridiculously nice. I can't even believe it. And it's yeah, the front and center. Let's see. Oh, Illumicrate. I guess I just answered that question. Oh my gosh, it's Dune. Oh, did you put Dune there because everyone's talking about Dune? There it is. Zach's listening. Fire and Blood this summer for sure. Go Mariners, of course. Go Mariners. I haven't continued Discworld in a while. I'm due for a Discworld book. I read like 12 and then I stopped. Read by Kyle says Zach doesn't read endings. It's a thing.
What? I'm on book 6 of Dungeon Crawler Carl right
He
now.
has gone so fast through Dungeon Crawler Carl. I haven't read Dragonlance. Where'd you get that edition of Game of Thrones? This is the Folio Society edition. Zach surprised me with it actually. For my birthday, 3.5 months early. AKA, he just wanted to buy it for me. It was very nice. It was a big surprise, and I'm very obsessed with it. Chris saying he had to buy a whole separate bookcase for his D&D collection. I just love how I'm not helping at all. This is great. I'm loving watching
my
you.
signed books right here.
Oh, I don't want to do all signed books together. Remember how we talked about that? See, we're gonna, you said you can't hear me. We're gonna argue about this. Because I want books, so the book that wouldn't burn is signed, but I want it with, I don't want books away from their series. That really bothers me, or from their author. So if there's an author, okay, fair. Standalone books that are signed can go on a shelf. But if they're in a set, ouch.
No, it's not signed.
Ooh, you're starting Guards next month. I love Guards. That's my favorite so far. The Broken Binding Green Bone that got announced today looks pretty cool. Yeah, I'm of two minds about it. Really like the cover of the last two. Don't love Jade City. Don't love the sprayed edges. They're a little bright for me, but maybe in person they would look differently. But I feel like it's a little bright. I'm gonna go grab my game in really quick so it feels like I'm contributing. I'm just gonna grab these and put them up there. What do you think, guys? Game in over here, maybe? Are you using this? Is this the shelf you're using?
Yeah. I'm just bringing it over.
Oh, William, can you go find Sandman?
What Sandman?
It's a really tall book with weird pictures on it.
Oh yeah, I know Sandman.
You know Sandman? Maybe go see if you can find it. If not, that's okay. They just fell back there. Have I read Small Gods? I did. You know what, Christopher? Which is funny is I was so excited for Small Gods, and then I only thought it was okay. Like I like all of Pratchett's Discworlds, but I expected that to be like a 5-star, and it was only okay for me. So that was kind of a bummer because I heard a lot about Small Gods, and I didn't like it quite as much as some of the other ones. It was still good, but not quite as much. Let's see. Okay, you'll have a magical experience if you read Sandman. She's 5, so I don't think I'm going to let her read Sandman. What can other adult fantasy authors learn from George R.R. Martin? Oh no, what a big question. I'd have to think about that. I don't know. I think the lesson of any big author is you're going to have to bring a unique voice to whatever project you do. And if you're copying someone, you've got to do it better. And I don't know, I feel like all the big names, they really brought something unique to the genre. What's up? You just hanging out down there? Okay. Oh, that's nice. Your dad had this nice of a bookshelf as a kid, Daniel. I feel like we just had hodgepodge bookshelves when I was growing up, although we did get built-ins eventually. Your branding has changed so much. It's all Song of Ice and Fire questions now. I know. This is like never fails to make me laugh so hard. Like just a complete 180. Like, I actually had this idea for a video. Yeah?
Can I be able to go around like this?
Yeah.
Like that.
You can be from this shelf below and they won't be able to see you. So you can roll around all you want. I was gonna make a video. I was thinking of like making a stupid video where I spliced together everything I had said about a Game of Thrones back in the day, and just to laugh. But there wasn't quite enough, so I shelved that. Crazy Cosmere theory video after Wind and Truth comes out. Got to switch it to the branding back. You know, I've been doing a lot of Cosmere still. Actually, what I really want to do, if they'll agree, I have not asked them, so this is not putting anyone on blast, but you know, right when Rhythm of War came out, I did my first live ever, actually, fun story, with Chaos and Grace. Oh, that's not her name. Well, Eric and Grace, but what's Grace's Cosmere name? I don't remember. from the 17th Shard and Elliot Brooks and Alex Nieves, and we made a bunch of predictions for Wind and Truth. And that was like 3.5 years ago, 4 years ago. Well, no. 2.5 years ago. I don't know, whatever. And I thought it'd be really funny to have them back on and where I take a list of everything we predicted and we calculate who was the most right. I thought that would be really fun. Plans to read other Martin works, absolutely. I actually want to read his whole, I want to do a Neil Gaiman on him. I want to do everything he's written. So that's in the plans. Am I going to Driving Still Nexus? Absolutely. We are super stoked. I will be there. I will be on a few panels. I don't know which ones yet, but I will be on a couple panels again. We were going to dress up. That's not happening anymore, is it?
Probably not.
Yeah. We wanted to dress up as Yumi and the Nightmare Painter. And I had all these plans to make our costumes, and then I got tired. And even though it's like 7 months away, I already feel too tired to do it, especially since I have to make our Halloween costumes. Like, if I was going to do that, I needed to start it a few months ago. Okay, I need to participate again. Sorry, my kids are on the floor being crazy. Should we put Terry Pratchett with the Neil Gaimans? I feel like that kind of makes sense, right?
Yep.
Okay. Maybe do, especially because like the bridge between them can be good omens, right? Like it's like a.
One more signed hardcover.
I don't love this shelf because it doesn't have
Mom,
like
They're all
a
their own
theme.
things.
Yeah, I don't know.
It does
Mom,
have a theme.
It's
Signed books.
a theme that doesn't make sense to me though.
Mom,
Yeah?
where's the book you read to me on that shelf?
Where's the book I read to you on this
There's
shelf?
the milk book.
Oh, my dog's asking for Fortunately the Milk. Do you want to look at it?
Put it on the floor.
Okay. Looking for Fortunately the Milk. I feel like these Pratchett books have to just be stacked, right? I don't know, you guys, give me your opinion. I feel like because they're not in order now, that's gonna annoy me.
My opinion.
Discworld is just so unwieldy. Actually, let's be honest, these covers of Discworld are so ugly. Oh, you can't even see them. Good. They're ugly. So we can remember, we can put like plants and pictures and stuff. We don't want it to all just be like straight up. Okay. The editions of Discworld I have are so ugly, but it's such a big series. It would just cost so much money to get the pretty UK versions. I just can't stomach it. So it's just like, you know what? Sometimes books are ugly, and that is what it is. And mostly American books are ugly. I don't know why I think Americans have bad taste. Let's see.
Do we not have Jade Legacy anymore?
We've never had Jade Legacy.
Really?
Nah. I got it from the library because it was hardcover, and I didn't want to buy one hardcover when we had 2 paperbacks. And then Bo sent us the nice ones, and so I was like, what's the point? You know that Jade City, though, is also signed, but it needs to be with that.
It needs to be there, correct.
There's a Ken Leo book missing. Hidden Girl.
Yeah, Hidden Girl.
Oh, and that's a Wheel of Time book.
Mom, no.
Oh, but it doesn't fit. Oh, but we have 2 Memories of Lights. Okay, I'll worry about that later.
That's too many Brandon Sanderson books.
It's too many Brandon Sanderson books?
Yeah, look
Oh.
at that whole cell.
Look at my son being totally a traitor.
What?
I just want to defend myself here because Mr. A. Scott Anderson is saying when they do home projects, his wife talks on the phone and he moves all the furniture. Who does a majority of the house stuff in this house?
Dad.
To be clear, by house stuff, she means like putting up paintings and putting together IKEA furniture.
Okay, any
that kind of stuff.
furniture that needs to be put together, I'm the one putting it together. Anything that's hung in our house, I've hung it. Anything that's gross that I don't want to do, Zach has to do. So mice in the house? Absolutely not. That's a husband job. Lighting? I'm not tall enough to reach the ceiling. It's a husband job. And I'd probably electrocute myself. I don't know. We actually do stuff pretty evenly, I'd say.
But you could use a ladder.
Housework is pretty evenly. I think it's more split. I could use a ladder. That's the joke. The joke is I could use a ladder, but I don't want to do electrical work, so that's why Dad has to do it. But I feel like it's mostly like any outside work you take care of. And a lot of the inside work I take care of.
Yeah.
Very like typical, like all those reels of like, oh, you're having a party. The wife's inside cleaning everything and the husband's outside like leaf blowing the grass. That's the dynamic. How many books do I have? I don't know.
Around 800.
My son has counted how many books are in his room. How many books are in your room?
572.
572, according to his count. That's in his room. So if that gives you any sort of idea. Let's see. How much will the new bookcases allow for future expansion? Hopefully quite a bit. We expect the shelves to be decently empty, with the hope that it gives us room for expansion. That being said, I have a lot of books on the shelf that I didn't even like. We just kind of keep them all right now. So at some point when we reach the end, I think we'll just start getting rid of books that we didn't love. And so eventually our shelves, they'll fill first, and then they'll just be filled with stuff we really loved, I think, in the end. That was a good question, Bo. Yeah, my kid did say dad real fast, but that's because that's kind of the joke in the family. They always say that. Okay, here's the thing. Yes, glue guns and roses. I know how I want stuff done. That is exactly right. If watching my channel hasn't given you a sense of my personality, I'll tell you here now, things can be done one way correctly. And I know that I will do it the correct one way. Like when I'm hanging a picture on a wall, this is a job for a laser level measuring. I write it out on a piece of paper. I do the math down to the quarter or eighth of an inch. So things are perfectly set out and you put one nail in and it is in the right spot. Okay. None of this, like, we'll just like put a nail in the wall and see what happens. It's correct. That house is 80% book. It's becoming that way. Actually, funny story. Should I put some Harry Potters in so again I feel like I'm doing something?
I have 6 stacks of indie books. Where do you want to put those?
Over on the edges. Put them on the edge over there, or where they used to be was over there.
Also, we just got this one the other day.
Oh yeah, I meant to post about it. It's been busy.
David sent this to us. He's a super nice dude. Also, if you can, I don't know if you can see it, but Allison Kimball wrote the blurb on top. Allison's one of my good friends. She lives just like 10 minutes away, and we get dinner with her every once in a while. Oh, if Stacy is still in the chat, Stacy eats dinner.
Was Stacy in the chat? Hey,
She was
Stacy.
there for a minute.
Oh, Stacy is our friend we made because she worked at Barnes and Nobles. This is fun. Book community fun. Yeah, what's up? No, you cannot read those. Those have lots of backwards in them. I don't know if anyone knows this niche thing. There was an Instagram person called Emily McGovern, and she made like comics making fun of Harry Potter, and they are very funny. And so she was doing a sale, and I bought like 3 of her little collections. Not kid friendly. I will say that. Not kid friendly. I don't know what to do with Harry Potter, Zach, because it's like 2 shelves isn't enough, but 3 shelves. I guess I'm always going to be getting new editions, so we might as well just take those bottom 3 shelves for Harry Potter.
Pugga.
Because they're not going to fit on 2
Yeah.
shelves.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Also, we just got this beautiful book yesterday. I don't know if you guys are familiar with this, but Dom from Dominish Books put together the Advent of Winter anthology last year. So it was over December, 24 indie authors. Each wrote a short story that got released during the month. It turned out really pretty. He did a great job. We actually have 2 of them. We might do a giveaway.
Can I have one?
You could read our copy.
Oh, I
Oh, here's another Sanderson book, Zach. It was in the wrong pile.
found it. Exactly. You have too many. Mom, here.
My son has already started reading Sanderson, so I'm surprised he's saying there's too many.
Well, there's like 1,000 trillion billion million.
Too many indie books.
This is a Sanderson.
I'll slip it in right next to Hermes.
Oh, that's a good spot.
Mom,
What have you read? He's read The Rhythmatist, and he's read all of Alcatraz, and you read Skyward and Starsight.
And I did like 150 pages of Cytonic.
You did?
Yeah.
When did you read 150 pages of Cytonic?
No idea.
Are you sure you're not thinking of another book?
No.
I didn't remember you grabbing that at any point. That's funny.
What else have I read?
That's all you read from Brandon Sanderson. He loved Skyward a lot. He's 9, by the way. He loved Skyward a lot, but
Mom, can I get
I think Starside got a little complicated for a 9-year-old.
For you?
Stacks of books? Yeah, you can bring more stacks of books in here. We've got The Hobbit too. Should we put The Hobbit over? We got this pretty edition of The Hobbit. And now I'm like, oh, it was expensive. Do I buy the rest of the Lord of the Rings? So it's a set. We have tiny Lord of the Ring books. Oh, this goes in here. Yeah, eventually this will be. Did you ever find Sandman, Lil? I pronounce my kid's name online. I've said her name like 800 times. Sandman. Do you know what Sandman is by chance?
What's Sandman?
It's that big book by Neil Gaiman.
That book?
It's like really big. It's a hardback.
Okay.
Um,
Very big. I'll try to find it.
let's see. When is Senior Argyle next book dropping? Maybe you should come answer that.
What if I don't want to answer it because I have no idea? No, I've been really busy with work and kids sports, so it's gonna be a while.
Another legend.
I'm far away.
Susanna
Sorry.
Clark.
I wish I was further.
Mom, your hint is too big. It's hard to just look for a big book.
It's big, and it's a hardback, and it says Sandman on it. It's a Neil Gaiman, and it's all like it's super art on the cover.
Are you sure you don't have it over there?
I'm pretty positive. I don't actually. Let's see, where are Susanna Clark's going? They used to be by our Ken Liu's. It's probably a good spot because they're dark and the Ken Liu's are dark, so I feel like they all kind of. Do you want to move this over? And we can put can you grab that? Oh, I see. You're putting. It's like they're translated by Ken, so they get to be on the Ken shelf. I see the vision.
Kind of just like the Asian fantasy. That's fun.
Your Nessie also deserves a good spot. You can go there. This will change a lot for sure, because right now it doesn't have enough like fun stuff. We have all sorts of like knickknacks that I want on the shelf. We've got, we gotta put Sting somewhere, and my lightsaber, and maybe some plants. I'm gonna have to figure out a spot for all that stuff, I guess, at some point. Oh, thank you. My child labor is helping.
It's pretty hard to find a single book.
Okay, then just bring all of them in here. Bring them all in here.
Oh,
We need them all.
oh.
So many indie books. I don't know what to do with all these.
I have the matching LOTR edition, worth it. I know. Well, I think there's one where the 3 are separate. I could get the book where they're all together. I just feel like it's harder to read, but I guess I have another edition to read. Dandelion Dynasty is out of order. That's because my husband put it up and he hasn't read it.
Oh yeah, I mean, want me to move them around? Sorry guys, it's a lot of books.
I try to get him to read these things. Actually, let's tell the Grace of Kings lore, which is a long time ago. 2017 maybe?
I bought it when it first came out.
Well, not first because it's paperback, but pretty soon after. We went on a bookstore date, which is, I don't know, when you go to the bookstore. This was like, a while ago. And we all picked out books. And that was the book he picked out, along with a couple other books. And then he proceeded not to read it. And so one day I was like, well, I hate owning books that we haven't read, so I'll read it. And now look at where we are.
I got you more stacks.
Thank you.
You're
Keep going.
welcome.
Oh, we need a Star Wars shelf too.
How about
Where's
that?
our Star Wars shelf? Maybe above Wheel of Time.
Maybe it's
Ooh, can you
somewhere-
go get me my Star Wars picture? Do you know the one where it's like Luke and Leia and it's right over there against the wall?
I'll find it.
Thanks. Thank you. Should I give the First Law another try? I don't know. What did you like about the first book? I really love First Law, so my answer would normally be yes. Well, so Pete, I do have a second sword to balance it out, which is called my lightsaber. But we don't really want to drill into the casework right here because it's so nice. And, well, you can't see it, but out of frame, I think we're actually going to hang our wooden maps. If you guys remember, we have wooden maps of Wheel Time and Zach's series. But I might just put like Sting in front if I push those back, or my lightsaber there, or we might just start hanging the swords on the back wall because we kind of want to get more swords. What do you think of mixing paperbacks and hardcovers in the same series? Here's the thing. I do it all the time because I buy books as they come out. It's just annoying to look at, but I also am cheap, so I don't always want to change it. But I try to avoid it. Hi, Stacy. No, I haven't read Darth Bane. Most of the Star Wars books I read as a kid. Thrawn trilogy. I have read the first Thrawn. Okay, so glue guns and roses. It's so interesting you say this about plants. We want plants in here, and I usually hate fake plants, but I do not want water near our books. So I have bought some fake plants. Here's how I feel like you make fake plants look better. I need to fix this one by putting it down. I put real dirt in them, and I repot them into big pots. And I'm hoping on screen it'll read real. I think this one does. You just have to find the right ones. But yeah, I don't want water near my books, which is why this is the only room that I would do a fake plant. I got this little snail planter. How cute is that? My kids love it. So I try to find ones that looks pretty realistic, and then yeah, you put real dirt in them, and it makes a huge difference. So yeah, I'm not bringing water anywhere near those books. Absolutely not. What was I saying we should put up there? Oh, the Star Wars books. Did you find the Star Wars picture, Lil? It's right there. What a fun live stream when it's just blank. This is usually out of screen. Have I ever showed you guys this? My friend bought these for me. How amazing. And then I used my Cricut to frame them. You can tell that one is like coming loose. I'm gonna have to open it, but isn't that incredible? So that goes on my Star Wars shelf. Along with all my kyber crystals, which I always feel so embarrassed saying that term. There's something like especially nerdy about being like, oh, my kyber crystal collection. We've talked about that.
Yep.
Oh no, see, it's too big. That's the problem. We're gonna have to figure that out. Yes, you can give me my kyber crystals. I'm gonna have to fix that. You should get a map of Westeros, and put it where though? Actually though, if you're on my Instagram, you'll have seen on this wall, I have a bunch of travel posters.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. My daughter delivered me my kyber crystals in my little carrying case. I have a bunch of travel posters. We have one for like Arrakis, Pure Lake, Hogsmeade. I don't know where else. Where are travel posters too?
You want me to grab them?
No, they're huge.
What travel pieces? Those
What other
big
series
ones
do we
over
like?
there?
Yeah, don't pick them up,
On
honey.
the left.
Don't pick them up. They're super, super heavy. Anyway, this long story short, I think we're going to replace one of them with Winterfell. So I've actually been looking. There surprisingly, unfortunately, aren't ones that really match the style of our old ones. So I don't know. I have to decide which one. But yeah, I think I'm going to replace one with Visit Winterfell, obviously, because I'm a Stark. I somehow kill fake plants. Does interviewing the authors make you enjoy the books more and more eager to continue the series? Interesting question.
No.
No. Zach with the T, I guess. No, not usually. It does make me always like the author a lot and root for their success, whether I like their book or not. Is the bookcase actually backlit like in the thumbnail? Oh, it is.
We haven't even turned it on.
We haven't even turned on the light. Yeah, it is. Let there be light.
It's harder to see it because our window's wide open.
Yeah, if our window was closed, you'll see it more. So you'll probably see it in the back, background of actually film. Zach's gonna close the series or the.
You said
curtain.
this.
I said the series. I meant the curtain. Yeah. Oh, look how good it looks backlit. Some nice looking stuff. I'm gonna have to play around with how bright we want it, how dim we want it. But yeah, it's pretty cool.
Open that back up.
Zach doesn't miss a beat at all. Sword and lightsaber crossed in front of the shields. Yeah, anyway, what else are we doing? We have so many books, guys. This is like the worst. Trying to figure out. Also, why are the shelves looking so
Mom,
filled?
is this Sandman?
Didn't we feel like there were going to be extra shelves?
Mom, is this Sandman? Mom, is this Sandman?
Nope, you can read.
You forget that we also had a bunch
Same
more in the
ones there.
cabinets.
Oh,
Like, I have like 4 E shelves now.
Oh. We got to get rid of books already, I think, is actually what we're realizing.
Well, you need some in the cabinets.
Yeah. Hey, we haven't done your shelf. Where's your books?
Oh yeah.
Where's our
Oh, put them on one of these ones here.
famous author,
You're not gonna be able to see them.
Zach Argyle? We can move the camera. I definitely want to plant or something on these. So we're going to have to, we have like a lot of stuff to display that I have to figure out, like knickknacks. I like knickknacks, so I guess that will be a different thing. You see Legion on your Sanderson shelf. That pleases you greatly. Okay, Legion, fun. Here's more bookborn lore for you guys. Where is Legion even? I can't even see it. Oh, there it is.
I guess we could put them here.
I don't want them all. I want like just one of each. I want to like display your shelf. I don't want to see all of the same book. I want one of each of your series
Kinda
books,
fun.
I guess. We'll talk about that later. Anyway, I was a gamma reader for Legion, so my name is listed in the acknowledgments of Legion. I will tell the story. I'm getting to the story. I'm getting
More
to
to
the
the story.
Zach, was it originally for a Christmas present?
It was supposed to be, but then he didn't respond until like
Who did you email?
February. Isaac.
Isaac, okay. Zach emailed Isaac in hopes for a Christmas present, and this was back in the early days of fandom. This would never work now because Sanderson's way too big.
This is before you got a channel.
This is way before I had a channel. He emailed Isaac being like, my wife is a huge fan. She's a civil engineer. Would you ever do anything with that? Because, they have like experts or whatever. Like she would love to be like a reader of some sort. And then she's done a lot of editing work. And he didn't respond for 6 months. And then he responded like right around our anniversary and was like, yeah, sure. Send me your info. She can gamma read, which is like the editing. It's not beta reading, but it's like the editing for Legion. And he was like, cool, happy anniversary. So yeah. So that one's signed and my name is in the acknowledgements page, which is super cool. And also, what was I? Oh, and then they also sent me our first leather-bound Hero of Ages. They sent that as the thank you for doing it. So that was our first Sanderson leather-bound, actually.
That one was heavy.
Let's see, Funko Pops. I don't have any Funko Pops. Should I not say that on main? I hate Funko Pops. I just don't get it. I'm not yucking anyone's yum. If you love Funko Pops, I am not gonna say anything. I don't get it personally. No, thank you. I have not read Hyperion. It's also been on my list forever. Yeah, no, the only knick-knack kind of stuff I have, I have some plants. Let's see, I have a box of stuff over here. Thanks. This I've had since my childhood. So I was super obsessed with the movie Anastasia as a kid. Unfortunately, it broke. It's so sad. I've had it for so long, but it's the jewelry box. Things like this. I like looking at this stuff on my shelf. This is really meaningful to me. I've had it for 20 years.
Where do you want to put it? Oh,
I don't know where to put it yet.
I know where to put it.
Where do you want to put it?
You might want to put it in one of those cabinets so it can be safe.
Yeah, but then you can't see it.
No, but then it's best so it's safe.
It's special and safe. She wants me to hide it in the cabinet, so it's special and safe. And then, you know, with the additions Bo sent us, they came with little themed plates that are super beautiful. So stuff like that I want to
quick
display.
pause and to show everything we
Should
got.
we show some stuff? Yeah.
Bob,
Here's what we're gonna do, a show of what's going
All
on.
right. Yeah, we got.
This is gonna be fixed. Right now we've got a mixed Abercrombie Martin situation happening here that's displeasing me, but Wheel of Time, obviously. I know that we have to figure that. I have to put it in a smaller frame, I think. It doesn't fit. Start a third light. You need your own section. Eventually we'll figure out what's going on there. I just realized something. If we're gonna put the map here, it would cover some of our faves.
True.
We gotta think about that. Am I like being Vanna White here? We've got Neil Gaiman and Terry Pratchett. Signed books? Is that what this is?
Those are all signed. Yep.
We're gonna talk about that later. I don't know if I love that as a theme, but that's fine. Susanna Clark, Ken Liu. Also sort of Ken Liu. Other editions of Jade War and stuff.
That shelf was Asian fantasy, and then you ruined it with Susanna Clark.
Okay, well, we could put Susanna Clark somewhere else, and we've got other Asian-inspired fantasy we could put there.
And then that's just adult fantasy up there.
Adult fantasy. Okay, you kind of color themed it maybe.
I did not.
Where is the first book that wouldn't burn?
The paperback is in the signed paperback section.
So that's what I'm saying. That cannot be allowed. That's like literally what I just said. That is unallowable.
But that's a special one. It's not a regular, because one's hardcover, one's paperback.
Oh, I don't care. It's unallowable.
And one is
They're a series.
one is an arc and one's not.
Vote in the chat. Vote in the chat. Does Zach's way of separating them because they're a paperback?
Pull that book out and show the front. This is not the regular book.
It's not the regular book, but it is the one of the series that goes with this. So they should be together or should just be in special signed books. Vote in the chat. Can I make a vote? Can I make a poll? Vote in the chat.
And then those four on the right are all indie shelves.
Indie shelves. We gotta cull that a little bit, I think. Too many.
More than half those are signed also, which is
Kelly.
fun.
We're gonna have to cull those. I think what also happened is our last shelves, what you couldn't see out of frame, was we just had like things stacked on top of each other. So now that they're all like in a row, it's taking more space. Okay, let's see. Who agrees with me? Can you make a tier list video of your favorite book series? I already have a top 10.
I wrote Bookborn. Huh, it's almost like you guys follow her channel and there's a bias in the reporting here.
There, you got one. Zach is right. Oh, two. Fantasy Files.
I got it.
Two.
Zach is right. Oh, that's from Stacy.
One, two. Yeah, see, and Stacy's knows us personally. It's her opinion holds more
So
weight.
here's what I want.
One,
I
two,
want to get
three.
the actual hardcover of the book that wouldn't burn and put that next to the other one and then have the signed arc.
What just happened?
Did you just kill the stream?
Oh my gosh. What just happened? It says I'm still recording.
I don't know. Maybe get back to it.
Let me look at the camera.
What did you do?
What did I do?
I can't see anything.